Right under my armpit. Yeah. I want it there. 1, 2, 3. It's a weird time right now, isn't it? I'm just kind of sitting down and testing out my new microphone. So I thought I'd talk. Don't know if I'm going to say anything that makes sense. But it's a weird time. It's a weird time right now. I remember when I was a kid. Sorry, guys. We're not going to air this. I remember when I was a child. I got to speak into this thing like this. That's what the instructions said. I don't know if it's going to work though. $600. $600. I love being a kid. I love being a child. Yeah, I do. I love being a kid. I love growing up. That was the best part of life. Growing up, being a kid, doing stuff, stupid stuff. I was just in the living room thinking about this. Me and my buddies used to get together and we used to hotbox the vehicles with cigarette smoke. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? But fun, right? It was fun. Fun stuff back then. I remember having a, why do I want to lean? You're supposed to sit up, right? You're supposed to sit up. Just like that. I had a couple of boring summers when I was a kid. I was just thinking about this. A couple of boring summers. Came a time when I was a kid that I could look after myself. I could finally look after myself. I was around 7 or 8. My parents would, maybe I was 9 or 10. My parents, they worked in the summertime usually. We used to have a place out the lake, but they sold it. And anyways, that's besides the point. I had a couple of boring summers. I'd wake up in the morning. I'd have a Pop-Tart. Piece of toast. What was that? Piece of toast with a bunch of cinnamon on it. I'd wait till 10 o'clock. Price is Right would come on. And I'd watch Price is Right for an hour. And I knew everything. Like you watch that movie, that documentary about Price is Right? That was me. I knew everything. I knew a refrigerator was $1,300. If I was on that show, I would have won. So yeah, I had watched The Price is Right from 10 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock in the morning. And then right after that, The Young and the Restless would come on. Can't say that word. Restless. Young and the Restless. Restless. Young and the Restless came on. I was so old, I remember when Brad was the pool boy for Jill. Nobody is even going to know what I'm talking about. But I remember that. And Nikki, Ashley, John. There's always a John in there, right? Paul. Remember all those guys. And then at noon, I was like, oh shit, now what am I going to do now? Nothing to do. Parents are at work. Brother and sister, they're out playing with their horses that my parents bought them. I'm doing nothing. Go to the park again, I guess. So I'd go to the park. You could only do that so many times. You come back. Anyways. I guess what I'm saying is it's kind of how my kids are living right now. That's how they're living. We had nothing. When I was young, we had nothing. Nothing. We had a TV. And isn't it funny when you were, like, TVs were so expensive back then? Like $500. And now people are giving them away. Look, you think about the things, like a microwave, right? A microwave. You know how much a microwave was back then? I don't remember, but it was a lot of money. Get them for free almost now. But, yeah, I was just thinking, like, I was forced to watch Young and the Restless and Price is Right. And I look at my kids. I was thinking about my kids. My kids they're bored out of their minds. Bored out of their minds. There's no school. There's no really playing with any other kids. Just Xbox to Roblox. Both of them. iPad, an iPhone, messaging. They've been doing that since Easter. Kind of wondering, is that really that fair to them? Is it fair? I don't even know. Is it fair? I don't know. Life has stopped. Just thought I'd blurt that out. It has. You can't do anything anymore. Kind of wondering what this is costing us, if anything. I don't know. Weird. Can't attend funerals, can't attend weddings, can't go to a wedding, can't go to a funeral. Not that you'd want to go to any of those, but these are things you can't do. Like, life has stopped. It has. Kids can't play. Police can't take holidays. RCMP can't take holidays. I know you know what I'm talking about.
And it probably has contributed, along with what's happened recently, to the morale. We canceled all leave. We canceled all training. People had to quarantine before they could go up north because we wanted to be the most responsible and not to bring COVID-19 up to the north. Within our organization, those difficult decisions have paid off. Out of 30,000 employees, we've only had 27 employees test positive for COVID, 17 of which were on the front line.
She almost seemed proud of that. You know what I mean? Yeah, they can't. And why? Why would leave be canceled? I mean, yeah, after everything they've been through. Everybody hates them. Every politician hates them. Trudeau hates them. Scheer hates them. Even the commissioner hates them. They're all racist. It couldn't be a worse time. We had a guy, politician, come through town the other day. His last name Singh. I get his first name. But he's a higher up. He's in politics. And he goes to certain groups in town to talk about police brutality. And he wants to put an end to systemic racism. He can't believe that anybody would get hurt at a wellness check. He wants nurses, the healthcare system to attend all these calls and no police, even though people are going to be murdered. He doesn't care. He's not that smart to think clearly. And he comes through town talking to certain groups and wanting to put an end to systemic racism and talking about police brutality. And he's learned some things. But he doesn't go to the detachment in town. I mean, if you really want to cure something, you really want to fix something, you're going to share that information with the RCMP, right? You're a bigwig, right? You really want to fix stuff, right? Yeah. Anyways, pissed me off that he was in town. He wasn't wearing a mask at one point, too. Like, you come to my town, you don't wear a mask? I don't wear a mask yet. But I don't want people from out of town not wearing masks. I don't know. I'm going off. Just thinking about shit today, you know? Thinking about... I don't know, my kids. This could be so wrong to say. Why? It feels like I'm punishing my kid. He has been bored as fuck since Easter, and I know what's going to happen. They're going to go back to school, maybe, and Maggie and Whitehorse is going to come down with it, and all schools are going to be shut down, even though there hasn't ever been one kid ever given it to a teacher in all of planet Earth. That's a fact. It hasn't happened. Kids aren't dying from it. Kids aren't dying from this. Older people are. But yet I feel like we're punishing the kids, you know? Because that's not good. You're literally taking their childhood away. Really. I mean, the best part about being human is being a kid. Like, one of my kids just started grade 1 last year, but did half of it. I don't know. Is it fair to them? Well, I guess. I think about it if it was the other way around. What if it was kids that were dying from it? Well, they wouldn't leave the house. My kids, they would not be leaving the house for years to come. Wouldn't be happening if they die from it. And society they would say, you make sure could you imagine? Where's your kids? I seen your kid outside. You get him inside. They'd be all over it. They would not stop the economy. They wouldn't. But we're stopping it for an older population. I don't know. You don't got the choice. I feel like I should be given the choice. Maybe I want to go to a restaurant. Maybe I want it to be full. I don't want it to be 33% capacity, like the Fish and Duck. Maybe I don't want to... maybe I want to do that. Should I not have the choice to do that? I don't know. How long is this going to go on for? And who's in charge? A doctor. A doctor's in charge. What the hell's her name? Shit. Can't remember it now. Tam. Dr. Tam, I think. She's in charge of the country. She's basically in charge of the country. All of Canada. We're listening to her. And everybody's like, yeah, okay, I guess we got to do what we got to do. Every kid's walking around with $6,000 in their pocket right now. What's going to happen after? Big, everybody's going to be, what? We got to pay what? I don't know, these Trump, or not Trump, I wish it was, but Trudeau, he's a drama teacher. He doesn't know how to respond to a crisis. Are they really doing the right thing? Well, why are we trusting them? Dr. Tam. Have you seen her? Is she talking about me? That picture? Reading an article about Dr. Tam the other day. Did you see this article? She says, even with a vaccine, we're still going to be physical distancing and wearing masks. Could be 3 years. So don't get your hopes up. Don't expect the virus. Don't expect the vaccine. Don't expect the vaccine to be the end of the virus. This is what she said. This is the person No, I'm sorry, but I expect it. Believe me, once a vaccine comes in, I'm going to Vegas. I'll drive to Vegas. Or something. Our family's doing something. We're doing something big. Don't tell me. Where's this article? You got to read this. I saved it. I just got to read some of this. Physical distance mask wearing could be in place for 3 years. Tam warns. Fucking kidding me. Like, how negative? Could you be any more negative and non-hopeful right now? Maybe she's just being straight up, but I don't see it that way. Fear is it's a funny thing. Fear is a funny thing. And that's what she's doing. Fear is a tool of control. It really is. And that's what they're doing. That's what the media is doing. That's why they wrote that article. That's why Tam said what she said. That's how you control people, with fear. That might be too much for you to understand what I mean. Maybe I'm getting way too deep. But holy shit, let's just read a couple of things from here. We're going to have to manage this virus, planning for the longer term of the next 2 to 3 years. And we don't know if the vaccine's going to play a role or not. She's wondering if the vaccine, if it's going to prevent people from getting infected altogether or simply prevent severe illness requiring hospitalizations. She's saying this shit. She's saying, of course a vaccine's going to work. I know. I'm not even a doctor. I know it. Ooh, well, it will. She's just being insane. Oh, yeah. Tam warned. Ready for this one. That even once a vaccine is tested and deemed to both be safe and effective, there will be challenges with distributing it widely to those who need it. Oh, isn't she a negative Nancy? Real Debbie Downer. It's likely there won't be enough vaccines for the population. Right. Bullshit. You know that's bullshit. Give me a break. These people, man. A vaccine is one important layer of protection, said Tam. Children over the age of 10 are to wear masks at school. Even though while she's talking, she's not even wearing a mask. I don't know. She went on and on. I don't even know what my point is anymore. This is so fucking stupid. These are the rules. These are the rules.